Las Vegas wants your money, but today, it's not getting a dime. These are 20 completely free things to do in Las Vegas, from a chocolate factory with free samples to a show that cost $40 million to build. And stick around, because at the end, I'm sharing 5 restaurants locals actually swear by. Let's go. Number 20. The free strip trams. We start with the freebie most tourists walk right past, literally. The strip is over 4 miles long, and distances here lie to you. That quick walk to the next resort? 40 minutes in the sun, but 2 free tram lines, Mandalay Bay to Excalibur and the Bellagio to Aria, glide you between resorts with elevated views the sidewalk crowd never sees. Just don't confuse them with the monorail, that one charges. Kids treat these like a ride. Your feet will treat them like a rescue. 19. Fall of Atlantis. Inside the Forum shops at Caesar's Palace, an entire civilization collapses every hour, and nobody pays a cent. The Fall of Atlantis is pure old-school Vegas. Animatronic gods rising from the floor, fire, water, a 50,000-gallon aquarium glowing right beside it. Is it gloriously over the top? Absolutely. That's the point. Arrive 10 minutes early, grab a front spot, and let the drama unfold. It's the perfect escape on a scorching afternoon. And speaking of hidden indoor spectacles, the next one comes with a stampede. 18. Mystic Falls Park at Samstown. 7 miles east of the Strip, Samstown hides something you'd never expect inside a casino, a full indoor forest. Real trees, a waterfall, and the Sunset Stampede, a laser and water show with howling animatronic wolves that's been delighting families for decades. It's free, it's air-conditioned, and it's blissfully uncrowded compared to anything on the boulevard. Check that day's showtimes before you drive out, catch the first evening performance, and you'll have front-row views without fighting a single tourist for space. 17. Silverton Aquarium's Mermaid Show. Yes, Las Vegas has real live mermaids, and watching them is free. The Silverton, just south of the Strip, houses a 117,000-gallon aquarium swarming with tropical fish and stingrays. Thursday through Sunday, professional mermaids dive in and perform right against the glass, roughly every half hour. Kids press their faces to the tank like it's magic, because honestly, it is. Skip the pricey mermaid school upsell. The show itself costs nothing. Go Thursday at noon and you'll practically have the glass to yourself. 16. Free circus acts at Circus Circus. Since 1968, Circus Circus has been running actual circus acts. Trapeze artists, aerialists, jugglers, on a stage above the casino floor, completely free. This is the last surviving piece of old family Vegas, and the performers are legitimately world-class. Shows run all afternoon and evening on the midway stage. Arrive 15 minutes early because the good sightlines vanish fast. Weekday first shows are your quiet window. Where else on earth do you see a flying trapeze act for the price of walking inside? Number 15. Flamingo Wildlife Habitat. Hidden behind the Flamingo Casino is something nobody expects. 4 acres of gardens where actual Chilean flamingos strut past waterfalls like they own the place. Pelicans, koi, turtles, a genuine wildlife pocket in the middle of the world's most artificial city. It's free, it's open daily, and at 8 a.m., it might be the most peaceful spot on the entire Strip. Families, this is your reset button between attractions. But if pink birds don't rev your engine, the next stop has 200 machines that will. 14. Pinball Hall of Fame. Near the south end of the Strip sits a warehouse holding one of the largest pinball collections on the planet. Over 200 machines, some nearly a century old, and walking in costs nothing. Fair warning, so you can trust everything else I say. Playing costs quarters, about 25 to 50 cents a game. But browsing this living museum of buzzing, blinking Americana is free, and $5 buys you an hour of nostalgia. Proceeds go to charity. Pair it with number 6 on this list, their neighbors. 13. Shelby Heritage Center. Car people, this one's your cathedral. The Shelby Heritage Center displays over 30 legendary machines. Original Cobras, Mustangs, the whole Carroll Shelby story, and self-guided admission is completely free. This isn't some dusty showroom either. It's attached to a working facility, so visit on a weekday morning and you might see actual production happening. The display rotates, so even repeat visitors see new metal. An hour of automotive royalty, $0. Meanwhile, downtown, there's a park made of shipping containers, with a fire-breathing surprise. 12. Downtown Container Park. Container Park is exactly what it sounds like. an open-air complex built from shipping containers, except it's guarded by a 4-story praying mantis that shoots fire from its antenna. Rescued from Burning Man, the mantis erupts after sunset Wednesday through Sunday, and the crowd audibly gasps every time. Inside, a treehouse playground kids refuse to leave, live music and free entry all day. Heads up, after 9 p.m., it goes 21 and over. Time it right. Playground by day, flames by night, Fremont Street after. 11. The Arts District and First Friday. Want to see the Las Vegas that locals actually live in? Head to the Arts District, 4 miles north of the Strip. Blocks of murals, galleries, and vintage shops that feel like a different city entirely. Come any weekday morning for quiet, incredible photo backdrops. But if your trip lands on the first Friday of the month, everything transforms. Live painting, musicians, food trucks, thousands of people, 0 admission. It's the most authentic free night out in Nevada. Next up, free chocolate. I'm serious. Number 10, Ethel M. Chocolate Factory and Cactus Garden. 20 minutes from the Strip in Henderson, the Ethel M. Chocolate Factory lets you watch premium chocolates being made through viewing windows. Weekdays until mid-afternoon. And yes, there's a free sample waiting. Right outside sits the real showstopper, a 3-acre cactus garden with over 300 desert plant species, one of the largest collections in the Southwest. Free factory, free chocolate, free garden. Weekday mornings are quietest, and October through April, the garden is pure desert perfection. Kids tend to remember this stop more than the fountains. If you're planning a full family Vegas trip, there's a card up top for that. Sweet tooth satisfied. Art fans. Number 9 is Your Weird Paradise. 9. Area 15's Free Level 0. Area 15 looks like a neon spaceship crash-landed off the Strip, and here's what most visitors miss. There's a free tier. Reserve the Level 0 pass online and you're inside. Immersive art installations, the Art Island Gallery, even a free scavenger hunt called Origin Quest, all under hypnotic LED skies. The headline attractions like Omega Mart cost extra, sure, but you can burn an hour in here without spending anything and leave with the strangest photos of your entire trip. Teens especially, this is their favorite stop. 8. Lake of Dreams at Wynn. This might be the most underrated free show in Vegas. Behind the Wynn, a 40-foot waterfall becomes a canvas after 8 p.m. Projections, music, giant puppets, a glowing frog that has to be seen to be believed. Shows run every half hour until after midnight, and half the tourists on the Strip have no idea it exists. The trick is positioning. Some prime views belong to restaurants, but free public viewing spots absolutely exist near the lobby terrace. Weeknight, first show, minimal crowd. Pure surrealism, 0 cover charge. 7. Seven Magic Mountains. 25 minutes south of the city, 7 neon-painted boulder towers rise more than 30 feet out of the empty desert, one of the most photographed art installations in America. 7 Magic Mountains is free, open year-round, no reservation needed. Here's what nobody tells you. There is 0 shade and 0 facilities, so bring water and skip summer afternoons entirely. Go at sunrise on a weekday, and you'll have fluorescent stone monoliths, silent desert, and golden light all to yourself. Instagram won't know what hit it. And if desert detours like this are your thing, there's a card up top. 15 more incredible spots just outside the city. 6. The Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign. Since 1959, this diamond-shaped icon has been the official start of every Vegas story, and the photo is still free. There's a dedicated parking lot, so getting your shot is easy if you time it. By mid-morning, the line stretches long and the sun turns brutal. Sunrise is the cheat code: soft light, no crowd, empty frame. One tip: photographers may offer to snap your picture for tips, but you never have to pay. Bring a wide-angle lens and hit the Pinball Hall of Fame after. Number 5. Walk the Strip itself. Here's the secret hiding in plain sight. The Strip is the attraction. Venice's canals, the Eiffel Tower, a black glass pyramid, the Manhattan skyline, a 4-mile architectural fever dream that would cost thousands to see in the real world. Resort lobbies are free to wander, and some are jaw-dropping. 2 golden windows, 7 a.m., when sidewalks are empty and light is gorgeous, and dusk when a billion bulbs ignite. Wear real walking shoes. Distances here deceive everyone. And bring your camera because number 4 is 366 feet of pure spectacle. 4. The Sphere's Exosphere. The Sphere charges serious money to go inside, but its exterior is the greatest free light show ever built. The Exosphere is the largest LED screen on the planet, morphing into a giant eyeball, a rippling planet, an emoji the size of a stadium. Best free viewpoints, the pedestrian walkways near the Venetian and the Link area. Just never stop on road shoulders. Show up 30 to 60 minutes after sunset on a weeknight and watch the sky itself get upstaged. Number 3 cranks the LEDs even harder. 3. Fremont Street Experience. Downtown, 5 city blocks hide beneath the world's largest video canopy, and every hour after dark, Viva Vision detonates overhead in a full-blown light symphony. Add free concert stages, street performers, and vintage neon, and Fremont Street is sensory overload in the best way. Real talk. It gets loud and rowdy late, so families should aim for the early evening shows, Sunday through Thursday. Tips for performers are optional. The spectacle is not. This is Old Vegas, alive and roaring. Now the final 2, both legends, both free. 2. Bellagio Conservatory and Botanical Gardens. Steps from the casino floor, the Bellagio maintains a 14,000 square foot garden where florists build entire worlds. Towering floral sculptures, themed seasons, displays that change 5 times a year and cost millions. Walking through costs exactly nothing. It's open around the clock, which means at 7 a.m. you can wander a masterpiece in near silence. Note, it closes briefly between installations, so check dates before your trip. The holiday display is legendary and legendarily packed, so what could possibly beat this? You already know. Number 1. The Fountains of Bellagio. Of course it's number 1. More than 1,000 fountains launching water 460 feet into the desert sky, choreographed to opera, Sinatra, and everything between. Arguably the most famous free show on Earth. Weekdays it fires every 30 minutes from 3 p.m., then every 15 after 8 when the lights turn it cinematic. Wind can pause performances, and the rail gets packed, but weekday afternoons stay surprisingly open. Some things in Vegas are hype. This one delivers every single time. Now, let's eat. 5 restaurants locals swear by. Tacos El Gordo. Budget royalty. Tijuana-style tacos around $4 each with adobada carved straight off a flaming trompo. Different lines for different meats. Get in the adobada line first. Thank me later. Shang Artisan Noodle. Watch chefs pull and knife-shave noodles by hand, then demolish a steaming bowl for under $20. Small room, frequent waits. Join the online waitlist before you arrive. Worth it. Esther's Kitchen. The Arts District's crown jewel. House-made pasta, wood-fired pizza, and legendary sourdough. Mostly $23 to $30 a plate. This is where locals take people they want to impress. Book ahead. Golden Steer. Vegas history on a plate since 1958. Sinatra and Elvis had booths here. Tableside Caesar, Flaming Cherries Jubilee, serious stakes. Reservations vanish weeks out, so book the moment you're sure. Joël Robuchon. The Splurge. A French tasting menu around $525 that earned 3 Michelin stars when Michelin last rated Vegas. Dessert arrives on a trolley. For once-in-a-lifetime nights only. That's 20 free adventures and 5 unforgettable meals. Proof you can win in Vegas without spending a dime. Which one's going on your list? Drop it in the comments, hit subscribe, and if skipping the strip is your kind of trip, tap that video on screen right now. 15 hidden places near Vegas most tourists never find.